सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Friends, I am happy to say a few words on the uncommon wisdom of the Upanishads. Swami Vivekananda had said, "Go back to your Upanishads, the shining, strengthening, bright philosophy, and part from all these weakening things." This wisdom of the Upanishads is from the four Vedas. Each of the four Vedas has many Upanishads as part of them. Aitareya Upanishad is from the Rig Veda, for example. Ishavasya Upanishad is from the Yajurveda. Kathopanishad also is from Yajurveda. Kena Upanishad and Chandogya Upanishad are examples of Upanishads from Samaveda. Mundaka, Mandukya, and a few others are from Atharva Veda. Even in the West, there is growing appreciation of Vedic wisdom. In the 19th century itself, Henry David Thoreau had said, "The Vedas are the royal road to the attainment of the great knowledge. When I am at it, I feel I am under the spangled heavens of a summer night." Henry David Thoreau, who passed away in 1862. The ultimate vision of the Upanishads is our innate divinity. Though presently you and I may see ourselves very much caught in numerous conflicts, various concerns, all revolving around our own selfishness, self-interest, self-preservation, self-growth, and so on, the Upanishads say to us that through a proper study of this liberating wisdom, we can arrive at freedom from all these negativities that shackle us. Rabindranath Tagore, the Nobel laureate from our country, India, said, "The messages contained in the Upanishads, like some eternal source of light, still illumine and vitalize the religious mind of India." Broadly speaking, the Vedas, and for that matter Upanishads too, talk about Dharma and Brahma. Dharma is about living a virtuous life. Brahma is about reaching the pinnacle of spiritual perfection, where one is freed for good. There was this great professor in Germany, Arthur Schopenhauer. He said, "Upanishads are the solace of my life. They are the solace of my death." Schopenhauer lived between the years 1788 and 1860. He, in his turn, influenced a large number of Western academicians to study the Upanishads. What is uncommon about the Upanishadic wisdom? Number one, it is about ending sorrow for good. In Chandogya Upanishad, Narada approaches Sanat Kumara and confesses that in spite of a lot of diverse accomplishments, he was not at peace. Sanat Kumara gives to him the wisdom of the ultimate truth, Brahma Vidya, called Bhuma Vidya in that Chandogya Upanishad particular chapter, and seventh chapter to be precise, and says it is upon knowing the Bhuma, the infinite, and thereby letting go of our limited self that we come upon ending of all sorrow. And Mundaka Upanishad puts it this way: there is something knowing which everything is known. Yasminnu vidite sarvamidam viditam bhavati. Kasminnu bhagavo vidnate sarvam vidnatam bhavayet. Thus, the unending sense of inadequacy in us, in the context of knowledge too. Oh, I don't know enough. Oh, I must know more. Oh, I have a long way to go. These are all a mischief of thought. The Upanishadic wisdom makes us realize I am fine, which doesn't mean I am not open to learning. I learn, I go on learning, but I am already ever complete. It's a unique, uncommon wisdom. Then, in this world, divided, fractured, fragmented in numerous ways, the Upanishads give to us the wisdom of underlying oneness in all creation. To begin with, in all humanity. The Ishavasya, the very first mantra says, see one God in all that is in this universe. Ishavasya sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Have the understanding there is God and God only in the poor and in the rich, in the Westerners and in the Easterners, in Christians and in Jewish people, in Muslims and in Hindus, and so on. Vision of oneness, vision of the divisionless unity. In other words, ending of divisions. The Upanishads talk about certain intelligence which is beyond the mind. The Kena Upanishad of Samaveda says there is something which empowers the mind but which cannot be known through the mind. Itself is beyond mind, but it enlivens the mind. How fascinating! And again, ordinary morality has its own limitations. Therefore, as Nachiketa says in his question itself in the Kathopanishad, there is a certain truth which is above both right and wrong. Nachiketa, the 14-year-old boy, asks Yama to instruct him on such a truth about which he had heard somewhere, but is not sure what it is. Now, a couple of points more. All Upanishads finally talk about not the physical or the mental truths, but the truth of pure consciousness. Body and mind appear and vanish in pure consciousness, says one of the Upanishads. Prajnanam Brahma is said in the Aitareya Upanishad of the Rigveda. Ending of all fear, ending of insecurity is also another important teaching of the Upanishads. Taittiriya Upanishad has a sentence: when one sees that limitless, undivided truth, then alone abhayam pratishtam vindate becomes fearless. Now, all experiences are made possible in this pure consciousness. We must know that basis of all experiences. In fact, the Upanishads go beyond even the waking state experiences. Waking state, dream state, and deep sleep are all illumined by that truth of pure consciousness. Mystic sound Om, Pranava, Omkara is also a major topic of the Upanishads. And lastly, one of the powerful teachings of the Upanishads is that it is through seeing the false and negating it, neti neti, negate, dismiss all falsehood from your perception, you will be left with Brahman, the ultimate truth. Let me conclude these few words on Upanishads, quoting the second president of the Republic of India, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. He had said, the Upanishads, though remote in time from us, are not remote in thought. Though remote in time, they are not remote in thought, which means they are even today relevant, very relevant. We must prepare ourselves and be receptive to the deep teachings of the Upanishads. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.